So how do you explain, how do you use storytelling in a financial performance? Now, if your financial performance is going on a steady upward or steady downward, there is nothing new to add. I'm starting with that premise, because then you don't need to do any storytelling. You can just go and say, we continue to grow like the way we're growing, or we continue to decline the way we've declined. Yeah. Now, I think storytelling comes up when there is an aberration in the data. Let's say you were growing and then suddenly you fell. Yeah. So now your chart and your graph shows that. Your storytelling will be about what is that happened that made it fall. Now, a lot of time people in organizations just say, this fell because the customer satisfaction on the new, let's say new feature we launched in our product was not satisfactory. Now, that is what people don't. So what if you said, you see this dip here? You'd remember that 2 months ago, Ajit and the team from our R&D had introduced this feature. And we were talking to customers last month. And, I remember talking to Mrs. Sharma, and Mrs. Sharma was explaining how she switched from our product because this new feature, it's actually making it more difficult for her to use. She had loved the product for all these years, but now that she was struggling to use it, because of this new feature, she's shifted to a competition. And Mrs. Sharma is not alone. There are multiple Mrs. Sharmas, which explains why the dip is happening. So what you do with storytelling in the financial performance thing is explain what the change is all about. The second thing you can do is walk people through the journey you had if you have made a sort of insight in the financial performance. So let's say you're doing some mathematical number and you have suddenly found an insight as to why this change happened. So you could say, can you see this graph that suddenly dipped? I started wondering why it was dipping. My first thought, like most of you would think, is maybe whatever the first thought. Let's say your first thought is the market is getting saturated, but I checked, that was not it. Then I checked this, and then I checked that, and then I came into the aha moment. So you walk through your journey of how you came to the insight. That could be another way of doing the storytelling in a financial performance.